So it's been a while since I've posted anything, and there's pretty good reason for that. I've been busy building a thing, and I just haven't had time to film it. In fact, I made the conscious decision not to film it because I didn't want the filming to get in the way of actually finishing this project, which I'll show you in just a minute. Rather, I wanted to get it done, out of the way, and not worry about it going into the spring and the summer, where this project is kind of important to making the shop a little bit more usable. So what is this project exactly? Well, let me show you. So admittedly, this isn't done yet, but this is what I'm building. This is a 7-foot cabinet that's full of about 10 drawers. And on the very end here, we've got a nice little door with a cabinet in it. And this is going to go in the shop to replace this. All these shelves, yeah, these got to go. That plastic one back there is failing. And this one just frustrates me, because it's a baker's rack, and baker's racks are pretty much useless in a wood shop. The reason they're useless is because things tend to fall between these grates, hence the plywood that I've added in here. And also, it's just not great for pulling tools in and out. So the idea is that this is going to replace all of that, and in the process of doing so, I'm actually going to get a countertop out of it as well. I've built this whole thing out of the scrap plywood I have left over from projects past. This stuff here, it's just 4x8 sheets of CDX sheathing. You've seen me do other things with this. And it's almost done. This has been a lot of cutting and cutting some more, pocket holes, glue, brad nails, pin nails, you name it, I've used it. And in the process, I've also created a couple of really nice jigs. Let me start out with some context around those jigs. I have these hinges, lots of them, mind you, that I got off of some old IKEA cabinets I used to have. And they're actually pretty decent hinges. They're not the fanciest, but they were free. So in order to install them, I created a series of jigs for the cabinet and the door. There we go. And these jigs help me align the cabinet and the door and make the proper holes for the hinge itself on the door side, and then the receiver on the cabinet side. So this came in really handy. There's all sorts of markings on this that make a lot of sense, and maybe I'll do a video on this someday on how this works and how it's used, because this ended up being probably one of the handier jigs I've made in a very long time. And the results kind of speak for themselves, because this door is on here perfectly. I've got, really nice clearances here. It's perfectly straight and comes right to the edge. In fact, that's adjustable. I can even get that closer to the edge if I really wanted to. So this is going to make it possible for me to effectively have a really nice looking cabinet. Now this isn't done. I've got to put faces on all these drawers, and we'll get all that done in the next probably week or two. But once it is done, it's going to go over here, replace all this stuff, and that corner should look a lot nicer. So pretty happy with how this is turning out. Got a lot of sanding to do still. Got a lot of, little bits and pieces to put together. But ultimately, this one's almost done. All right, so why then am I even sharing this? Well, I haven't shared anything in a while, and I figured maybe it was time. So that's why I'm doing this. No other reason. I don't have anything else to share at the moment, but as soon as this is done, I've got some great projects coming up that I think you'll like. One of which is we're going to be building another lamp, and we're also going to be building some more cabinets. Unlike this one, will be made out of some much nicer grade plywood for our upstairs guest room that we're currently working on making a little bit nicer for our guests. Oh, and it doubles as a TV room too, so that's kind of important. So that's all for today. Don't have anything else to share, but I figured might as well put something out there into the ethers. After all, YouTube doesn't like it very much when you don't post things very often, which I'm notorious for. Leave me some comments, questions down in the doobly-doo, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay fascinated with what's possible.